In the previous part, we saw how a young prince from Macedonia rose to become a king at just 22. But that was only the beginning. In this part, we witness how Alexander the Great set out to conquer the world. If you haven't watched part 1 yet, go check it out. The Battle of Issus. Here Alexander faced King Darius III of Persia, who had an army many times larger. But Alexander's genius strategy and fearless leadership won the day. Darius fled the battlefield, and Alexander captured his family but treated them with respect and honor. This act of mercy earned him admiration even from his enemies. The Siege of Tyre. One of the most difficult battles. The city was on an island, but Alexander built a bridge across the sea to attack it. It took 7 months, but he won. This showed his determination. He never gave up, no matter how hard the challenge. When Alexander entered Egypt, people welcomed him as a liberator from Persian rule. There he founded the great city of Alexandria, which became a center of learning and culture for centuries. The Battle of Gaugamela. This was his greatest victory, the final defeat of King Darius and the fall of the Persian Empire. At just 25 years old, Alexander ruled the largest empire the world had ever seen, stretching from Greece to Egypt, from Persia to India. Alexander was not only a conqueror, he was a visionary. He respected the cultures of the lands he conquered. He encouraged intermarriage between Greeks and Persians, promoted learning, and established more than 20 cities named Alexandria. He believed the world should be united, where people of every culture could share ideas and live peacefully. A world without borders. In 326 BC, Alexander crossed into India. He fought the famous Battle of the Hydaspes River against King Porus, a brave Indian ruler who fought with elephants. The battle was fierce, but Alexander won. When Porus was captured, Alexander asked him, "How should I treat you?" Porus replied, "Treat me as a king would treat another king." Alexander was so impressed by his courage that he returned Porus' kingdom and made him an ally. This showed his respect for valor and dignity, even in his enemies. After years of battles, Alexander's soldiers grew tired. They had marched thousands of miles and fought countless wars. When they reached the banks of River Beas, they refused to go further east. Alexander wanted to conquer the entire world, but his men wanted to go home. With a heavy heart, he agreed to return. On the journey back in 323 BC, Alexander reached Babylon. There he suddenly fell ill. Some say it was malaria, others say poisoning. He died just at the age of 32. When asked who should succeed him, he whispered, "To the strongest." And so ended the life of one of the history's greatest conquerors. Alexander's empire didn't last long after his death, but his influence did. What lessons do we learn from Alexander the Great? Dream big, be courageous, respect knowledge, show mercy, never stop believing in yourself. He lived only 32 years, but his name has lived for over 2000 years. Thanks a lot for watching. Kindly subscribe, like and share to know about the unknown.